There's a change in the weather, and that means it's time for some winter projects. And I'm with Amber at the Albany Parr Lumber store, and we're going to talk about winterization projects for your home.
Yes, winterizing, just weatherizing in general, getting your house sealed and ready.
So not just for the winter, it's an all-year type project.
Yes.
So let's start with the foundation on things we should look for and things that we can be doing.
Sure. So starting off, the foundation vents on your home, most people are going to realize when they go out to start winterizing and weatherizing their home that their foundation vents should have these doors on them.
Okay.
When it gets close to getting that wet, cold season, you want to make sure these are closed. If you don't have these, you can buy the foam blocks. They're available in a couple of different sizes, which your foundation vents will vary in sizes. Put those in. That's going to stop the critters from getting in, and also the drafts.
Okay, I have had skunks under my house, so that's a good thing. So do I still want to use the foam blocks if I have the doors? You don't need it?
You don't necessarily need it. It's not going to hurt anything, though.
Okay. So what about the pipes that are underneath my house?
Insulating those pipes is going to be critical.
Okay.
It's really something that just costs a couple bucks and is going to save you hundreds in the long run. You know, if your pipe breaks, you're looking at a whole different problem. Pipe insulation is extremely easy to put on. Just wrap around the pipe, stick it together. This one actually has adhesive strips, so no tape even required. If you need tape, however, you know, there's special insulating tape you can put on as well.
And that can save a lot of money, right?
A lot of money, yes.
A lot of money. All right. So what about things like cracks in the foundation, and
sure.
what can we do for that?
For cracks in the foundation, there's actually specific sealants made to fill those cracks. Anything that has a crack, siding, roofing, anywhere that there's a seam or a crack, those need to be filled. That's just an area where air and water can get in.
And I can't use my bathroom sealant?
No, I wouldn't recommend that.
Each one's specific for?
Each one is specific for the job it does.
Okay, all right. So I know you get other cracks and things like siding. So what can we do with things like that?
Siding, again, a different brand of caulking, one specific for siding.
Okay.
Just the direction you want to go in. And the siding caulking is great because most of them you can color match to your siding.
Okay. So I know there's those fun sealants that the expanding foam stuff. So what are those used for?
Those ones for any kind of gaps you have around your doors, windows, electrical boxes, anywhere you have wires, any holes with wires.
Okay.
Again, just another area for air and water to get into your home.
Okay. So what about my roof? I know, things like moss and, there can be a lot of problems with the roof.
Especially in Oregon, that's a fact.
Yes.
First thing, probably before you get into, patching or anything like that, you want to make sure you get rid of any moss that's on your roof. So we obviously have several different cleaners available. There's also products like Z strips or zinc strips that'll help, prevent that moss. And then when you get into the chance where you do start seeing those cracks, those, areas that need sealed on your roof.
Right.
There are sealants specifically designed for your roof.
Again, don't use the bathroom one again.
And a lot of these can actually be applied wet.
Okay.
So a lot of these you can apply, on those beautiful summer Oregon days when it's raining.
Right. So what about weather stripping? What are the applications? How do I know when I need to add new weather stripping?
Definitely if there's any cracks showing. Most of the time you can feel when there's air coming in when your door and windows are closed.
Okay.
You pretty much know you need to do some sealing there.
And is that easy? Is that something that anybody can do? Self-explanatory?
Yes. There are lots of weather stripping options available for you. Self-adhesive foam weather stripping is extremely easy to apply and very inexpensive.
Okay. And I see, for your water heater, that's another area that people can really lose a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. It saves you a lot of energy to cover that with a blanket.
Okay. So, Amber, we've got the water heater covered with insulation, but I got to believe that the bigger part is the attic and the crawl space. So what do we do there? Definitely.
Again, there's going to be specific insulation for the projects that you're attacking there. Attic insulation is going to be typically an R30. Your crawl space insulation, R19. These are made easier as far as install by products specifically designed for hanging insulation and crawl spaces.
So that's going to keep it intact, so it doesn't fall from the floor.
So it doesn't fall on the floor.
So lastly, what are some of the little things I need to help me with my project?
All sorts of little things. You don't want to have to be going back to the store once you're in your crawl space.
I like that.
So what we have here, especially when it comes to insulation, dust masks, gloves, if you're in your crawl space doing that, some kind of lighting, a flashlight, need to see what you're doing.
Caulking gun?
Very important.
I like that. Okay. And lastly?
Yeah, this This backer rod here, any gaps that you have in that siding larger than 3/8, probably want to stick a backer rod in there instead of filling the whole thing with caulking. So that'll save you a lot of time and money on the caulking.
That's great. Amber, appreciate all these tips. And if you're ready for your weatherization project, the supplies are here. And if you're not sure what you need, the help is here too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.